Mindful Life Practice community.
Hey! All right, so let's stay in child's pose if you've gotten out of it. If your knees are together, bring them just a little bit wider if you can. And then really stretch your fingers forward and melt the forehead towards the ground. So after the movement that you just partook in, you might notice that the breath rate has increased. You might start to notice just some new energy in your body. So just breathing into that, simply tuning into the present moment. Making sure that there are no little tight, clenchy places in your body. Softening through the jaw, really feeling a heaviness through your hips. You might even push your finger pads into the ground to really direct your hips back towards your heels here. So nice big in breaths and out breaths through the nose, really utilizing that space through your rib cage. Feeling not only the belly dropping towards the floor, but feeling the back body. Breathing right into the kidneys. We'll take an in-breath here as you lift your gaze forward, slowly shift up onto your hands and your knees. Bringing your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees, tuck your toes here. Inhale, start to round into your back. As you exhale, you're just gonna press your butt back towards your heels. Good. As you inhale, you just round up here and then open the chest. Lift up through the tailbone. Keep your toes tucked under. Begin to guide your hips back. Good. Tuck the chin here and then rounding as you come forward. Good. Open the heart. Send the hips back. And rounding forward, coming all the way back up. Take a nice big in breath here. And then press back into your Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. As soon as you take downward facing dog, if you aren't already feeling really open and comfortable in this shape, then simply take a moment just to pedal the legs out. Create some movement that just allows things just to feel a bit more open. Good. Starting to really plant into your downward facing dog. You want to spread your fingers like you mean it and push the floor away from you. Good. Notice if you're dropping weight into the pinky edges of your hands. Plug down into the thumb forefinger area. Relax the shoulders. Let the head hang nice and heavy. If you need to bend your knees in order to really drive your hips back, please go ahead and do so. Good. From here, take an in-breath, float that right leg up. As you exhale, bend the right knee, stack the right hip on top of the left. Begin to firm the outer left hip in towards your midline. See if you can balance your weight out across your shoulders. And then take an in-breath here, straighten out the right leg, square up the hips. Pull the right knee to the chest, round into the upper back, pause, take an in-breath. And then as you exhale, simply just send your shin all the way down to the floor. I'm gonna turn the other way so you can see me better. All right. So from here, you're gonna spin the right toes over to the right. So now your shin is parallel to the top edge of your mat. And then stack the left hip on top of the right, bring the inside of the left foot onto the floor, and then plant down into the pinky toes if you can. Inhale, reach that left arm up over your head, get nice and bright across your chest, and then exhale. Float that left arm up and over your head, really puffing in to the left side body. Press down into that left pinky toe if you can. Inhale, the left arm comes back up. Slowly come all the way up. And then left hand down towards that left shin, right arm up and over your head. Good, lots of space here now. Through that right side, drop into the right hip. Breathe into the right side rib cage. Inhale, come back up, please. As you exhale, take your hands in front of you now. You're gonna pick that left leg up and you're gonna cross the left knee behind the right. And ta-da! You're in Gomukhasana. cat-face pose. Good, so if this doesn't work for your body, if you're finding that your right knee isn't stacking on top of your left, you're welcome to take the left foot up, or you can straighten into that left leg, or sorry, take the right foot, right knee up is what I meant to say. Otherwise, squish that right knee on top of the left, take an in-breath, grow nice and tall. Exhale, just a few breaths here. Really try to drop into that right hip. Soften the shoulders, get really melty. Good. Take an in-breath here. Look back up, bring your little claws up, and roll forward, so you're in that cross-legged tabletop. Take that left leg, bring it back out to the side, walk your little fingers over to the top of your mat, plant right hand underneath right shoulder. Again, inhale, left arm up and over your head. Stay put, or pick up that left leg, push through the heel, really energetically pressing through left fingers, left foot. Another big in-breath here, the exhale, left elbow to left knee. Inhale to extend. Again, left elbow to knee. Inhale to extend. One more time, left elbow to knee. Inhale to extend, and then just tip that left hand to the ground. Left toes, right knee points forward. Press into the ground, curl that right knee into your chest. Take an in-breath. As you exhale, just simply step back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. Making any little adjustments in your body that you need to make here in order to feel, again, at home. Kind of rebalancing everything, if that's helpful. Good, when you are ready, inhale your left leg up. As you exhale, bend the left knee. You can stack the left hip on top of the right. Again, you want to really firm in through that outer right hip. Good. Inhale, straighten out through the left leg. Square off the hips. Slowly pull that left knee in towards your chest. And then take that left shin down to the ground. It's the same thing as before. You're going to spin the left toes to the left and bring the inside of the right foot down onto the mat, planting into that right pinky edge. Inhale the right arm up, exhale, reach over. So you really want to push into that bottom hand, ground into the right edge, outer edge of the foot, and stretch your fingers like you want to touch something in front of you. Good, take an in-breath, come all the way back up. That right hand comes down towards the right shin, left arm up and over your head. Good, and lots of space. Really root down into that left hip, puff into the left ribs, get into the intercostal, so those little muscles and tissues between each little rib you have. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, hands to the ground. Again, you're going to pick that right leg up, cross it behind the left, and shinging your hips all the way down to the ground, coming into that cow face or taking any other alternative that works for your body today. Inhale, grow nice and tall, really rooting down, especially into that left hip. Exhale to fold. Relax. I'm not going to lie, right before I started doing this, I chugged a big cup of coffee. Don't ever do that before you do yoga. You'll get really, really sweaty, and your tummy might not feel so great. All right. Problems of the yoga teacher. Take an in-breath. As you exhale, come all the way back up. Hands up. Plant your palms all the way down onto the ground. Extending your right leg out to the side here. Walk your left hand to the left. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, reach the right arm up and over your head. Take a big in-breath. Hold this here. Maybe lift that right leg and be really extensive through that right side body. Inhale. As you exhale, right elbow, right knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right elbow, right knee. Inhale to extend. Last time, right elbow, right knee. Inhale to extend. As you exhale, drop that right foot again, reaching over that right side. Inhale. As you exhale, hand to the floor and taking the right toes down. Take an in-breath. As you exhale, push into the ground, pull that left thigh in towards your body, and then just setting that left foot down to the ground, coming back into your downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Maybe pedal out the legs. Good. Again, just getting into center, getting into your body. We'll take an in-breath here. You're going to wave your body forward, coming into a high plank. As you exhale from your toes or your knees, lower all the way down onto your belly. Take the tops of your feet to the mat. Inhale, coming up into cobra. Dragging the heels of your hands to the back of the mat. Spread through your collarbones. Press down into all 10 toenails. Exhale to lower. Tuck your toes. Push yourself back up onto your hands and knees, keeping your toes tucked under. Press your hips back towards your heels. Let your forehead touch the ground for just a moment, creating that space between your shoulder blades. One more in breath. Exhale, pop back up into your downward facing dog. Take one in breath here. Take one out breath. Begin to walk your hands to the back of your sticky mat. And just come into a forward fold here. You might take your feet a little bit wider. You might take your hands to opposite elbows. Soften into your knees. Press down equally into all four edges of both feet. Give your head a little shake. Yes, no, no, yes. Maybe even let the upper body kind of sway from side to side. Knees are soft here. Good. Let the arms drop down to the ground. Bend your knees a touch more slowly. Roll up to standing. Your chin's going to be the last to lift, and then you're going to scoop your shoulders up, roll them back, and relax them down towards the ground. Bring your feet back in a little bit. Inhale, arms float up. As you exhale, hinge forward from your hips, Uttanasana. Hands reach to the ground as you tuck your chin. Take an in-breath, lift halfway up, look forward, and then walk yourself back into that high plank. Take an in-breath here. As you exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, or take upward facing dog if you're feeling like that right now. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing. Take an in-breath, right foot up. As you exhale, pull that right knee into the chest, pause, look forward, right foot between your hands. Stay up on the left toes. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, sink into crescent. Take another in-breath. As you exhale, cross the right arm over the left. Elbows up, shoulders down, forearms away, coming into eagle arms. If you can't quite get that wrap in eagle, hold on to your shoulders. Creating that broadness across your upper back. Good. So find a focal point, find a drishti here. Make sure you feel really steady, pressing down into your legs. Take an in-breath. As you exhale, lean forward to about 45 degrees. Exhale. Take another in-breath. Look forward. As you exhale, start to transition your weight into your right foot, picking up into warrior three. One in-breath with eagle arms. As you exhale, reach your fingers back. Keep your chest nice and open. Pressing through that back heel. Left inner thigh spirals up towards the ceiling. Take one more in-breath. Exhale very slowly. Step the left toes back. Take a big in-breath. Arms float up. As you exhale, press into a straight right leg. Arms come out to the side like an airplane. Hinge forward from your hips. Right foot is flat. Back heel is lifted very, very slowly. Bring your fingers all the way down onto blocks or to the ground. Bend that front knee as much as you need to. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, fold over that right leg. Sending your chest up to your toes. Feel that right hip pulling back and in. Push down into the base of the right big toe. Touch more. Good. We'll take one more in-breath. Look forward. Exhale, soften into the right knee. Simply step back into downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths. And then when you're ready, take an in-breath. Shift forward slightly with your weight. And then just drop your heels over to the right. Push the floor away from you and just send your butt back towards your heels. Take an in-breath, come back to center. Drop your heels over to the left. Same thing, push the floor away from you. Send your bum back towards your heels. Inhale, come back. And then finding that downward facing dog. Left leg floats up on your in-breath. As you exhale, pull the left knee into the chest. Inhale, pause. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Stay up on the back toes. Take a moment as you inhale. finding that crescent. Exhale, settle into it. Bring your bottom ribs in, strong legs. Another in breath. As you exhale, cross that left arm over the right. Garudasana, arms, elbows up, shoulders down, forearms press away from your face. Taking that alternative if you can't quite get that wrap. Find your steadiness. Find your breath here. We'll take an inhalation. Exhale, lean forward. Good. Another in breath. Find a spot in front of you, anchor your gaze. As you exhale, stepping into that warrior three. Good. One in breath with eagle arms. Exhale, fly the arms back. Lead with the chest. Find a spot, anchor your gaze. Don't look right down. Look in front of you a bit, just so you don't collapse through the upper body. We'll take one more in breath. Exhale very, very slowly. Step the right toes back. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, press into that straight left leg, arms out to the sides. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, hinge forward over that front leg. Take your time, and then when you're ready, fingers to the floor. Again, whatever you need to do to feel good in that left leg, do not lock the knee. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, melt. So keeping that back heel lifted throughout. Use your breath to perhaps go a tiny bit deeper. Inhale, we create space through the spine. Exhale, we melt the body over the leg. Good. With your next in breath, look forward, soften into the left knee. Pop the hands to the ground. Step back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here. If you need to pedal the legs or bring any other movement into your body, you're very welcome to go ahead and do so. Good. So from here, take an in breath, rise all the way up onto your toes. As you exhale, lower your knees all the way down to the floor. Start to walk your hands back so you're sitting down on your heels. Good. Take a moment here. We're going to reach back and hold on to our heels. Good. From here, start to puff up through your chest. Begin to wrap your shoulders back. Imagine that you can touch your elbows behind your back. Take it in breath. As you exhale, lift up a bit more and start to just peel your butt up off your heels. It might just be a tiny bit. And then just set it back down. Bring the tops of your feet to the mat. Take a breath. Your toes might be really speaking to you right now. That's okay. We will get a break when needed because we're going to go back up again. Tuck your little toes under. Reach back, grab those heels like you did before. Inhale, puff up. Draw the elbows towards one another. Good. Keep looking forward. Start to lift the hips. Maybe tiny bit, maybe press the hips forward, coming into a reverse camel pose. Good. Don't dump your head back here. Look up or look forward so you're really starting to engage those back neck extensors. Good. We'll take one more in breath here. Exhale, slowly exit. Take your hands to the ground and just take a moment to find your breath. Good. So coming back up onto your shins here. Toes can stay tucked under, or you can keep the tops of the feet flat on the ground, up to you. Take your hands together in front of your heart. We're going to take an in breath, get nice and tall. As you exhale, keep your body kind of like in a straight line, and you're just going to lean back just slightly and come back forward. And again, you're going to lean back slightly. Come forward. Do that again, lean back. Come forward. One more time, just a little bit bigger. Come back. Come forward and sit your butt down. Take your knees a little bit wider. Bring your paws onto the ground. Begin to walk yourself forward. Get super, super, super long. Take a moment just to pop up onto your fingertips. So you're hollowing out your hands, lifting your inner wrists. Inhale. As you exhale, begin to melt the forehead towards the ground. It may or may not touch. So keep the arms lifted. Keep the side bodies long. Keep melting the hips back towards the heels. Take one more in-breath here. And as you exhale, just settle down to the ground, finding just a nice, comfortable child's pose. Tuning into your breath here. Good. So thank you for practicing with me this morning. My dear Alex, happiest of anniversaries to you.